Welcome back. Say Adams started his artistic journey on the streets and subways of New York as part of the downtown graffiti movement. From there, he gave visual life to the hip-hop culture, serving as creative director for Def Jam Recordings. He created visual identities, album covers, logos, and advertising campaigns for Run DMC, Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Notorious B.I.G., Maroon 5, and Jay-Z. But there is so much more to his 40-year career in the art world. Say Adams joins us now with his new exhibit at the BU Art Galleries. Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about the exhibit. It features more than 60 pieces from mixed media collage to fashion. Tell us about your start as a street artist and how did you begin and what were your inspirations?
Well, I began as a teenager in the mid 70s, and my inspiration was really just trying to establish myself and keep my parents off my back at the same time. Because I was a teenage graffiti artist, and during that time, that was something that was frowned upon, and so I had to figure it out really fast.
I bet. Now tell us how you went from a graffiti artist to transition to Def Jam Recordings.
Well, I was really fortunate that I met a young photographer when he was photographing the first Run DMC album cover. And he just happened to be in my neighborhood, and he gave me a business card that was the company called Rush Artist Management, and that was Russell Simmons' first company, and he managed Run DMC and Curtis Blow and Houdini and a bunch of others at that time.
What was it like creating the visual identities for these musicians, and what was challenging about it?
Well, it was great because I had nothing to compare it to. Comparing it to, writing graffiti and, running away from people that were trying to, catch me as a young teenager, it was paradise. It was certainly a lot of hard work, but, again, like I said, I had nowhere else to go. So for me, everything that happened was a positive.
And you mentioned at the beginning that when you first started, graffiti art really wasn't the thing to do, but now graffiti, street art, hip hop, they've been unifying forces, and they're also now very mainstream.
Yeah, but it took us 40 years to get here. And that's really what this exhibition is about. It's my journey from my teenage years to adulthood and everything in between.
Some of your work is in the National Museum of African Art. Talk about arriving. Tell us about what the museum asked you to create.
I feel very fortunate getting an opportunity to work with the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. And when Dr. Lonnie Bunch approached me, I immediately said yes, because this is a museum that highlights who we are as a people, but the story is an American story. It's not just about African Americans. We've created work that resonates all over the world, and I feel so fortunate to get an opportunity to participate in that.
And what an honor to be in that museum. You have a signature look using colorful curves, shapes, letter forms, a part of several brand campaigns that we all know about. Tell us about some of the collaborations and partnerships with iconic brands that you've worked with, such as Mattel and Levi's.
Well, I will say that partnering with brands like the Smithsonian and Mattel, with Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, that's you. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and they're great partners. They give me all the space I need to be creative, and they literally make dreams come true. And when I spoke to the president and CEO of both these brands, I told them, this is something that I dreamt about since I was a little kid. And to have an opportunity to make my art with no restrictions, it is just a wonderful thing.
Now, what do you hope people who are viewing your exhibit here in Boston will take away from it?
Well, the first thing is that we were here, and we are people that are really talented, but I really just wanted people to know that we exist. Because when I was a 20-year-old, I did not have a blueprint on how to get to the future. And little by little, I was very fortunate to figure it out, but I had a lot of support along the way, whether it was from Run DMC, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, and the Beastie Boys, or present day with Jay-Z, Mattel, Hot Wheels. It's a collaborative effort, but for me, it's something that I want young people to know is possible.
Tell us some of the tips from that blueprint that you can share with young people who might be watching who want to get into the arts and don't know where to turn.
Well, the first thing is save everything. Even if you think it's not great, do not throw it away, because that's what legacy is all about. That's the beauty of this exhibition, is that I had pieces in there that I made when I was a teenager. And I was lucky enough to be able to go to some of my famous friends and ask for those pieces to be included in this exhibition. So the first thing I tell young people is hang on to everything. And also know your worth from inside. Don't let somebody else define you, because I was very lucky. That's something that I understood at a very young age.
What's next for you? Say, Adams, you've achieved so much. What's next?
Well, we're touring this exhibition around the country as though we were in a band. And it's really important for everybody to see this on the East Coast, on the West Coast, and in the Midwest, because there are not a lot of people that make art that look like me that have been on this long journey. And I just want young people to know that we can do it.
All right, Cey Adams, thank you for joining us. You can see Cey Adams' departure, 40 years of art and design, over at the BU Art Galleries. It's open through December 11th. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CityLine5, and you can follow me on Twitter at Karen Holmes Ward. Have a great afternoon.